My dear people of the United Kingdoms of Tikar, Bamenda Highlands, I greet you. Today we go look at a very sad situation again, and then we go answer certain questions as to where we did go as a people for this geographical location called Cameroon and the essence of this election and the real issue where we get for the deal with right now as a people for the United Kingdoms of Tikar, Bamenda.
L'enfant, tu as quel âge? Maintenant, j'ai un téléphone.
That one na pikin that way some woman tie am, chain am that kind way for inside a francophone zone. I want make una pay attention to the cruelty of human heart. Some person send a pikin make he can't stay with this woman. Now they extend this way this woman go to for torment this pikin. I dey wonder which way this pikin really do. Where if he make another woman, where if he carry pikin born am, treat this pikin this way. The reason why I bring this story up now for caution, especially those from the Tikar, Bamenda grass field, where they get a culture for send their pikin, make it go be house help, or make it go stay with another person, where you don't know that person, they fashion well. You take your pikin, send them, say make it go coast, make it go Yaoundé, make it go Douala, go walk for some person. That pikin fee end up in this kind of situation, and you dey back there think say your pikin dey fine. Una check una pikin them for wherever una don't send them, because this kind of thing fee dey go on. Una no know why I bring this story up. Now for stir our curiosity, because as I watch the video, I not just see them at the surface level. I go deep, because this they remind me of which way we don't go through in the hands of our neighbors, where they manifest through so-called police and armies and gendarmes roaming our streets today, torturing our children, molesting our women, raping and killing our sons. Nothing could change for our community if we not take action collectively. Understand, say this fight where would they inside a bit deeper than which we would see at the surface level. Now so they be the chain we sell them. So it really normal, because we think say time don't pass, so people don't change. So we forget which way don't happen with we over time. We think say just 400 or 500 years of history, it be enough without true repentance for human beings for change. Now why would the worker now we say, oh, would they inside southern Cameroons will be Ambazonia? I want to remind every Northwesterner, Tikar, man, woman, or pikin, about who you be. That place where you call Ambazonia, it come out from Limbe, Ambas Bay. Now the place that where that name come out. They used to call that place Bimbia, Isubu, where they finally changed into Victoria, now na Limbe today. For they call yourself Ambazonia, now an insult to your ancestors. Now, whether you go fail, and ignorance of the law is no excuse. That place called Bimbia, Limbe, Isubu. Now, for day they export your ancestors as slaves to America. So we know only 100 or 65 years of our history. And so we think, say, our ancestors, them, will excuse we, make we go on, continue to rub their name inside mud. When you sit down, you hear Southwest man say they identify with their sour roots. What do you think say they mean by that? Cameroon again, and all man way they plan for go election. I don't think they will be given to do any election right now. Una get for the make amends among each other. Find una self. This country don't fail. There is nothing here like a country. Now just groups them, they find way for see who we get into power so that they fit treat the other people them worse. Now just wait till that this whole country be all about. This so-called country. Realize that and stop all of this surface level conversation. Make we go deep. When you hear a Southwest man say, I identify with my sour root than with Northwesterners, what do you think that means? You try for bend under there, say, no, it don't mean anything. No, those live and just some few people. Sour roots is their true identity. Cameroon be made up of 4 distinct different nations stitched together. North was a civilization. The grass field will be made up of West region and Northwest. The coast will be made up of Douala, Southwest, and Kribi. Now, why that way they say they are sour roots? They were people, a civilization, a country living as one, doing trade as one. Even today, their culture are still alike. You think so you go bury this under this one false union called Southern Cameroons? And the question where you give a ask, you think say Britain be join you with Southwest now for una interest? The goal was to facilitate the administration of Nigeria. And that Southwest people have sold you as slaves for hundreds of years. And then we'll get the East Central. That one are the Yaoundé people, the forest people. These are the 4 distinct nations stitched together to create Cameroon. Africa be 3 times the size of Europe. Big. But we get only about 54 countries. Africa has the potential to have at least 150 countries based on the nation, the way they exist before they can take and join up. So that they feel facilitate their administration and extract raw materials. Cameroon was never created to work. It's just a bunch of enemies where they put them together so that made they nibble one another for the benefit of colonial master. And the person where if he play fast, join combi with that colonial master and he win. That's the game here. But again, Northwest people come out of this. Now, when they always try for a form relationship with people the way they know deep inside their heart, so wanna be ninga, so wanna be slaves. The closest thing to Northwest inside this country now, Bamenda people. The 2 of you are the ones that have been raided the most, exploited the most, enslaved the most inside this nation. You were the target by these neighbors for their selfish gains out of jealousy. See Bamenda today with trade. See you guys with industry, productivity, creativity, talent. It's evident today. Time never pass. We think say 500 years now, a long time for things say everything don't pass, so make we go on. Your ancestors can never bless you with a name called Ambazonia. Your ancestors can never bless you with any union inside that Cameroon. Whether now with La Republic, whether now with whatever, call it, name it. Your ancestors can never bless you. And I want to send this message out there. Any man from the northwest, Tikar land, where you think say make you go inside that boat, go vote after you don't hear this message about which way don't happen with Una and how we get to go back. I want to make you just remember what will happen with the people, the way they be turned back, that way they be say, "Mo leave Egypt." They go back inside Egypt. I want to make you remember what will happen with them. When tomorrow you want to see some your picking fall sick, it just pass. No talk say I don't know what will happen. About no, understand say now what way you be do at a very important time like this. For we forget consciousness, find freedom. You choose for betray your people. When you lost your work, get some kind of accident, fall sick, lost your business, lost your work, as you go on with your life, make you know, say now wait this way you violate them. And your ancestors did not bless you or protect you, and so the enemy consumed you. I will share some footage then with we. Make we now see people the way they come up from Tikar land. And as we start build, I say we have a history that spans more than 1,000 years, migrating from Sudan, settling in Adamawa, and then migrated to the Bamenda Highlands. We were a powerful nation, a strong civilization. Now, because of slave raids, we Southwest people, Douala people, and Kribi people with North, we penetrate our land. We break out into these many villages in Northwest. And the strategy being I say, if we break into small villages, then no will capture we. It just they like this military strategy for this war where we don't fight for Northwest. You will realize they say when they come together, they realize that the cash people, they say no, someone will break away. Any man protect the county. The same thing. When I think say time don't pass, things don't change. It's in your DNA and it's in your blood. You always fall back to that same strategy. But when you understand your history, you start to think different about your situation. The energy and the spirit will be different. Your ancestors will help you to coordinate a better path to make progress. Make a show with now. Now, Oprah Winfrey that they don't do their DNA test, come out from the Tikar land. And I want to show now all the people the way they come out from Tikar land. Some people the way they think say this one are just a fleeting history. This is the research work we would put in. Heavy work. This one big past the existence of that country called Cameroon. Talk less of even Ambazonia or Southern Cameroon. This is thousands of years of history. Hundreds of years of history. More than 500 years history. We had to put them before you for saying you could get sense about which way it don't happen with we over time. Now I book this. One time for show na make una see. You must study. This is the Bible as a history. This whole book, Bible there, but this is Bible as a history book. Look at the title well. And when you study this, you begin to understand why some group them they emerge for this life become successful past others. Why Jewish people then be prosperous everywhere. Because this is where we are going. This is how we will become Tikar people. This book they help you understand, say the Bible. Not be just a theology book. It is also a history book. Jewish people, their history of their walk with God, their walk with other nations, their walk with their friends, their walk with family members, and their walk with their enemies for thousands of years. So they are not confused when they see the people then today, because you think say they don't change. No. So one game come out, they will do the same thing. Now, person begin that way, woman, if you act with it. Person begin where woman fi go that extent for change, then think of which way the man them fi do. And then you say you know protect yourself. You hope say some so-called thing they exist like government, and that government fit protect you. And you believe it. Now people in this way would don't verify. DNA tested is proven. From Tikar, Bamenda people. And I will show you how this research be done, because this is how we connect with all our brothers. Now I real people in this will give a fine way for connect with them, not for connect with Southwest, where they sell you. Your ancestors will always let you trip and fall. And you go cry. So don't try all things for this ground. The union is bad. The foundation is bad. Britain never joined you with Southwest for your good. It was to administer Nigeria, not for your good. Find yourself and you'll find freedom. One of the day with my people. Now so we eradicate ignorance in our community, get sense, and make progress. Michael Jordan, DNA tested, verified. John Legend, DNA tested, verified. Tikar, Northwest, Bamenda. Quincy Jones, DNA tested, verified. Tikar. This is the work that we put in for us to return home to our ancestors. Angela, award-winning actress here in the United States of America, tested, verified. Tikar descent. Samuel L. Jackson, DNA tested, verified. Tikar. That is Forrest Whitaker, DNA tested, verified. Tikar descent. Northwest person. Tikar man. Condoleezza Rice, former U.S. Secretary of State and a political leader, DNA tested, verified. Tikar. Chris Rock, comedian and actor, DNA tested, verified. Tikar. Blair Underwood, DNA tested, verified from the Tikar land. This is the kind of project we should be involved in, and this is what we should live for than living for lies. Southern Cameroon is a lie. Cameroon is a lie. Country created by colonial masters is all full of lies. This is what we should live our lives. If we should pick any cause and die for, this is what we should die for. Your ancestors will protect you, guide you, and you gain victory, because this is bigger than anything that any human being can fathom, and no human power can destroy a mission like the one we are on. DNA tested and verified. That is Spike Lee, a filmmaker, one of the best film directors for this country. DNA tested, verified. Tikar. Vinicius Jr., a Brazilian soccer player, DNA tested, verified. Tikar. My people, now just about 4% of slaves them out of the 12.5 million where they be ship them out of Africa, just about 4% where they bring them for America. All these top celebrities, what they show now, predominantly come from America alone, the way they don't be tested and verified from Tikar land. Most of the slaves, they take them to Brazil and the Caribbeans. Plenty of our family members then live overside. And I will show you now how this test may be done and how we get involved in projects like this to bring about true restoration that cleanse our land from this blood where it hinder we from making progress. This is what should be going on in Cameroon. This is what should be going on across Africa. Reconciliation. All the coastal people get for the fine way for they reconcile, they apologize to the Northwest people and the Bamenda people for the sins of their forefathers. Even white people then today, they wake up, that they acknowledge the fact, say, this was their contribution, this was their participation, this was their role in slavery and slave trade. And so they say, even the word nigger, they don't go use them. They say use come no go for inside Southwest. That should be a cursed word. They call it Ngrafi, not grass field. Ngrafi is different from grass field. They call it Ngrafi, that's the insult. Because of how they see you, a slave. That is Tasha Smith, DNA tested, verified Tikar. Popular actress. That is Don Shadow, DNA tested, an American actor, DNA tested, verified Tikar. That is Cheryl Lee, DNA tested, Tikar. Chris Tucker, DNA tested, verified Tikar. That is Pharrell Williams. Pharrell Williams, DNA tested, verified Tikar. Nas, one of the best rappers in this country, DNA tested, verified Tikar. Tikar. That is our history. Now the question where you would ask and say, how would you find all these things after hundreds of years? After 400 years, the Israelites, God called them, come out from that place. Libya, they may be slaves there. Libya, they were slaves in Egypt. Nubians, slaves in Egypt. God said, you, Israelites, leave. Come out from among them. Now wait till that way if it happen with people over time. They be take now Bamenda man that he don't come down there for the village. Una want blessings from the gods. Una want made the ancestors them open doors for una. Make una stop all this suffering. This is what you should be fighting for. To reconnect with your stolen brothers and stop associating with enemies in the name of colonial friends. This is what we should be building. Alliances with our lost brothers stolen from us. They don't break we for all kind way for this country. That place where they don't break we for all kind way. Take we sell them, correct. Take we go put them for CDC, make we work. Some brother just did talk with me the other day. He did tell me, say, if they just move Northwesterners out of that CDC, that place they collapse in less than no time. We still the work day. A woman reached out to me. He say be picking from CDC. The bunny he grew up to hear that story. Ask the indigenous people of Southwest, say how that plantation, they don't change the name, they call it CDC today, but how that plantation be start. Just ask her that question. She don't listen. Again, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You feel like you go pick your 1961, they run around with them. You feel like you go up and down. You gain nothing at the end of the day, and the gods will not bless you. Because we grow up, not ever hear this history. We don't ever live in this reality. We don't ever know who will be. This is what our parents would have been transferring from one generation to another, so that make we know ourselves, not ever leave ourselves fall prey to this kind of trap again. But because, they help you begin to understand who them be, they grow up, they be ignorant, they pick some kind of vague causes to fight for, and then they continue for suffer till today. Now, our story this. But make we now listen to the message to the end. Now, so we give for the build systems and way it help our brother them connect back with we and make them come back for the Tikar land. Not for come back and say they come back for Cameroon or Southern Cameroons, a place where when they enter, it could remind them of all the pain where they don't go through for their lives. Even me, just hearing this, it breaks my spirit. For yeah, some person from Tikar land, Bamenda, say the Ambazonia, I look at you, you look like an enemy, but I choose you because of ignorance. Ambazonia comes from Limbe, where the parents of this, the great-grandparents of this people, our brothers, were shipped. They came inside our villages there and hijacked them from their land. The first time we see white man for Bamenda. The first time we see white man for Northwest. Now for 1889, Eugene Zingraf. 1889. From 1472 right up to 1889, now would they become inside, they can catch, we go sell them. Now your people, them for cost where you don't go join with them today, say they be a brother. And they call you come, no go. Would you identify with our sour roots? Who are these slaves? And yet you try to beg relationships. And you expect the gods to bless you. No, you are condemned by default. And ignorance of the law is no excuse. Try hard with what you believe. When you don't hit your head for war, you don't see road. Now come down this direction. I will show you how we go work. More than half of our population was captured and sold as slave. Now, wait, this what we give for the work for. Every generation get an assignment. These people, they don't work hard. Tell stories. Even the movie Roots, if you don't watch that movie, of the young man, a Mandinka warrior, where the sheepy slave, they try to call it Toby. He say he named na Kunta Kinte. Because he be one preserve your identity. Now walk this will be given for the do. But help our people then so reconnect back. Imagine the prosperity, even now wait that way you focus on where you will come for our land because of this reconnection and the kind of blessing where the gods go bless we. Imagine the growth and development. Imagine what will happen with we when we pick up this kind of assignment. This boy, very prominent actor. This boy, this man, he don't find himself in America because of La Republic. This man find himself in America because of Southwest people, their handwork for our back. Because of Douala people, their handwork for our back. Because of Kribi people, their handwork for our back. Yaoundé people, they will be captured too, about 80,000. We pass more than 200,000 from the coastal people, and then another 300,000 from the Northeast people, sold as slaves. More than 1/4 of our population, almost half of our population, gone. Imagine the kind of trauma. Now, why do you see they act with each other today? So any man they try for playing us on games until you get to that place where you understand now why this world they behave so. This kind of trauma from generation to generation, you transfer through DNA, through environment. Now, why that way these people in there abroad? African Americans tell their story and they know their story and they know who they are. You don't know your story. If they ask the average African, their story start for Berlin Conference. The other one is just then of air. Chief Manga William of Bimbia was a big slave trader from that place where you call Ambazonia. Make a shidong for down here, tell you say I be Ambazonia. Make a here in Northwest speaking, show up, tell me say be Ambazonia. I don't see so I say the ignorance inside of you, I rebuke it. Chief Manga William of Bimbia, Isubu, big slave trader. And you went there, picked a name from that place to identify with. And you expect the gods, they are not dead. Our gods are alive. When your own way has failed, you will follow the ways of the gods.
Raids tore families apart, men and women.
Yes, this is what happened. We'll create an AI image where if you bring back those memories, how will it be? Will be the deal in ironwork, mask, farming, prosperous groups, until our neighbors that traded with us became jealous, penetrated our land, raided our land, and captured us, sold us as slaves for hundreds of years. And from that time, we have been miserable, break out into small groups, small villages today. During colonization, they can't move we now, go put we make with the work now for plantation. Don't work for plantation, they can't say independence. They take we, cage them with people the way they be the cash we sell them as slaves. Say now the one now your brother, and we don't try to accept them, try to go fight with them. We don't experience more pain. And now we don't know who we be, we don't understand what reality, and we try to find our way back home. And then we don't understand and say we will not be ever be brother with them, and they don't always be an enemy where they don't target we for hundreds of years. We migrate from Sudan through the Nile valleys to Adamawa to the Bamenda Highlands, settled there as a civilization, very prosperous people, dealt in ironwork, mask, farming. We're very successful, and out of envy from these neighboring nations, we became a target. And that is our story. Our story that now we get them, they don't wear uniform now. They say they be army, they run around our land now. They say they try for protect we, they try for bring law and order. When at the same game, in a different era, the same agenda. This is our story. And as we find ourselves, as we return back home, make our ancestors them open we doors, open our eyes, so that make we see the road back home, be free from this cage where don't blind we for hundreds of years.